Welcome to Angel K TV.
Hi, family. Welcome back to my channel. Or welcome to my channel if you're new here. I'm Angel, and this is Angel K TV. Today, we're going to be talking about fractions, but as always, with a twist. So, basically, fractions with an exponent. Now, we have been doing a lot of order of operations with this and that. Like, I'm pretty sure we did one on like order of operations with the fraction bar, if I'm not mistaken, and we also did order of operations with integers. So yeah, it might seem a bit similar, but trust me, it is different. All right, so let's just jump into number 1, which says 2 over 5 raised to the power of 3. Now what they want us to do here is to write 2 over 5 times 2 over 5 times 2 over 5. You can see I already wrote it down here. So 3 times. Am I holding up 3? Yeah. So 3 times. Okay, so this is how we're going to write it in expanded form, basically. That's how you're going to write it. And now, talking about solving it, it's pretty much the same way as you do multiplication, okay, or fractions, okay? So basically, we'll take the top first. So remember the numerator first, then we'll go ahead with the denominator. Or you know what? Since it won't really make a difference, you can actually just like do any one first. Actually, you can do this one first, or you can do this one first because it will make a difference. So, for example, I can literally just take 5 times 5 first, but I think it's going to be a bit better if we do the numerator first before the denominator. Like I said, it's not really going to make a difference if you do the denominator first, but it doesn't really seem right, right? Okay, yeah. So let's just start with 2 times 2. Yeah, let's start with the numerator. So 2 times 2 will give us 4. 4 times 2 will give us 8. Now let's go to the 5 times. 5 times 5 will give us 25. 25 times 5 will give us 125. So we have 8 over 125. And that, my friends, is our final answer. We already have the final answer. So looking at that right off the bat, you will think it's pretty easy, right? But as we go on, it's definitely going to get difficult, but it actually is easy. You just need to understand what you're talking about, and you just need to know your multiplication tables. Okay? All right. So now we have number 2, which says 1 over 2 raised to the power of 5. My hair is literally my hair is literally everywhere. Okay, so we have 1 over 2 raised to the power of 5. So what does this mean? We have to write 1 over 2 5 times, because remember, that's what an exponent is, okay? This is a number times itself. How many times? It could be 3 times, it could be 4 times, or like we've seen, it could be 5 times. So basically, they want us to write 1 over 2 5 good times. Okay, so 1 over 2 times 1 over 2 times 1 over 2 times 1 over 2 times 1 over 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 times. Okay, but let's just get right into solving. So we have 1 times 1, which we don't even need to bother because we know 1 times any number is basically that number, okay? It's basically itself. So 1 times 1 will give us 1. Now let's move on to the denominator, which is 2 times 2, 4, times 2, 8, times 2, 16, times 2 is 32. So we have 1 over 32. And that, my friends, is our answer. It's pretty easy, right? But like I said, as we go on, it's going to get harder, okay? Because we're going to have larger numbers. Like I think, yeah. So number 3, as you can see, that's a very large number. So let's just get into it. So for number 3, we have 3 over 10 raised to the power of 4. So we basically have to write 3 over 10 times 3 over 10 times 3 over 10 times 3 over 10. 4 times, okay? I even wrote it down here. So let's just start solving. 3 times 3 is 9. 9 times 3 is 27. 27 times 3 will give us 81. Okay, so we are done with the numerator. Now let's move on to the denominator, which is the 10 times table. So 10 times 10 is 100, times 10 is 1,000, times 10 is 10,000. So we pretty much have 81 over 10,000. And this is exactly why I said it can get harder as we go on. Because imagine if this were maybe actually okay, imagine if this were 5 instead. We would have had an even larger number, right? If this were 5 instead of 3, so 5 times. We would have had an even larger number. But yeah, it can get harder as we go on, but at the same time it's really easy, because if we really think about it, it's about time and energy. So the whole time you're going to spend doing the 10 times multiplication table, which is really easy. I mean, you could do it on your book, or you can use a calculator if you're allowed to, but yeah. All right, but let us move over to number 4, which is our last and final one. Number 4 says 4 over 6 raised to the power of 2. So that's basically 4 over 6 times 4 over 6. Yeah, you guys get the point by now. So 4 times 4 will give us 16. 6 times 6 will give us 36. So we have 16 over 36. That is our answer, but you can further simplify, okay? Because 16 can be divided by 2, and so as 36. So 16 and 36 can both be divided by 2. So 16 divided by 2 will give us 8. 36 divided by 2 will give us 18. We can further simplify that by also dividing it by 2. So 8 divided by 2 will give us 4. 18 divided by 2 will give us 9. So that is 4 over 9. So that is our short form, or our simplified version. So these two. But yeah, family, that is pretty much it for today's video. It's really easy, right? Forget about the whole simplifying. It's just if you need to, or if you want to, or if your teacher did ask you to simplify, then you're gonna have to simplify. But if they didn't, you can also leave it like this. But all right, family, that is pretty much it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, do not forget to like and subscribe. Share this video with your friends and your family members. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time in my next video. Many kisses and virtual hugs. Bye bye, family. Stay safe.